The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy Wicked Wheat Studios, wickedwheatbrewing.com. Drink different. This is the Atlanta Falcons 3-round mock draft. I'm here live with Brian Haynes. We will be giving you our picks. We went through 3 rounds of the NFL mock draft, doing this team by team, and we are to the Atlanta Falcons, who are sitting at 4. We know they would like to make a trade. Brian, do you think there will be anyone there to make a trade with them?
I don't think there's going to be any trades made. I believe people know they want to trade back, so they're not going to want to offer up too much stuff to Atlanta, and I just realistically think that no team's going to want to give up what Atlanta wants to move up. And I know Atlanta has been going back and forth on wanting to know, wondering if they're going to do a quarterback or not with their 4th pick. So there is some people that want to move up there. We just don't know who. I mean, there was some talk yesterday of Dallas wanting to move up to possibly grab a certain tight end that's in this draft.
The question for me is, I don't think anybody's trading up for a quarterback because they know they don't have to. Yeah. I don't think Atlanta's taking a quarterback. There's a series of teams here that they know they don't have to. Question is, does Atlanta want to stay here and take Kyle Pitts or move down with Dallas, who's also targeting him?
Yeah.
I think they're going to stay here and take Kyle Pitts. This guy's he's just a different breed of tight end. We haven't seen a guy like this in a long time. He reminds me of Vernon Davis in a way. He's not a very good inline blocker, but he's a very, very, very fast tight end. I think he would be a top 10 pick if he was just a wide receiver.
Yeah, I think Kyle Pitts is probably the best player in this entire draft. Non-quarterback, obviously. I think Trevor's still probably the best player in this draft. He's first-team All-American, Mackey Award winner. He's probably more of a wide receiver type tight end, but that's kind of how this is moving on that way. Arthur Smith, we talked about it a little bit, that, this is the kind of thing he did. He just did this with Jonnu Smith. I think this is going to help out. That's why they possibly going to draft him. He's all world. He's amazing. He's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I love Kyle Pitts, and if I'm in a fantasy dynasty draft, he's going to be the #1 rookie pick anywhere I go. Shout out to the Southern Money Boys, our fantasy dynasty league that we have with guys from all over the country right now.
Kyle Pitts, to me, he's the best tight end I've ever evaluated. He's my #1 player in this draft, and I think he would be fantastic in Atlanta. Look, Atlanta's defense is not going to be fixed in a day. I don't give a damn what you do. There's no player here that you're going to add that's going to immediately make this defense fantastic. So what do you do? The best that they've been, the best Atlanta's been in the last few years is when Matt Ryan had weapons and could throw it all over the field. Kyle Pitts is this is Julio Jones on the other side of Julio Jones. And to me, I don't see how they don't do it. I think Dallas would have to give up far more than they want to get up there.
Yeah.
I've got Atlanta taking Kyle Pitts at 4. In the second round, Gregory Rousseau.
Wow.
This is a guy that I had in the first round when we did the first mock draft.
Absolutely.
after the season ended.
Top 10, I think, actually.
I had him in the top 10. His stock has fallen a little bit. People are watching tape. This is what happens. And I'll be honest with you, this is going to happen more this year than happens in any other year. Is that people like me, we have tape for Gregory Rousseau from 2019 that we're watching for the second time. It's just like watching a movie. You watch a movie the second time, you start seeing things you didn't notice the first time.
Right.
Whether they're really there or not. It's just you've already seen this, so you're not watching it in the same way that you did the first time. I still really like Greg Rousseau. He's a freakish athlete. He's 6'6", 260. He has 11-inch hands. This is a tremendous athlete. I think he's a great chess piece, and he would be a tremendous value for the Falcons in the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely opted out. Last year, which we've talked about it often, we don't know how much that's going to affect people's minds on these things. He's really, really good against the run. He gets off his blocks really, really well. He could add a little bit of mass at 265, 266 where he's at. To be a defensive end, I think just a little bit more mass. It's not like he's undersized. He's still an athletic freak. Again, he did play opposite of Jalen Phillips.
He didn't play. He played opposite of Quincy Roche. Him and Jalen Phillips were never actually on the field together.
Well, that's right. I'm sorry about that. But, he's played on the opposite side of someone really, really good. And so I don't know much that hides him or affects him at all.
I'm actually glad you said that about Jalen Phillips, because one of the things that people are wondering about is Jalen Phillips was actually more productive than Gregory Rousseau in that defense on the opposite side of Quincy Roche. And I think there are scouts that are dinging Rousseau because Jalen Phillips was so good. Well, Jalen Phillips is really good too. I have him going at 18 of the Miami Dolphins. He's a really talented pass rusher. To me, it's a flawed logic. I don't like it. I think Greg Rousseau has the ability, if he comes in and adds, let's say he adds 20 pounds, and now you got a 6'6", 280-pound defensive end that increases his strength. That's the biggest knock on him now, is that he doesn't win with power very often. Okay, he's a second-round pass rusher. And to me, he could be the best pass rusher that Atlanta's had since John Abraham. In the third round, I've got him taking Elijah Molden, safety out of Washington. This is a guy that is a movable piece. He could be a slot corner. He could be a safety. I think you can move him all over the formation. He's a very good tackler. Knock on him, he's not very long.
Yeah.
You know, he's 5'10", 190. He's not stereotypical, prototypical safety build. If he was 6'2", 205, 210, I think he'd be a first-round pick.
Yeah, he's, his father played in the league, so he's got good genes and good bloodline there.
That would be Alex Molden.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He also was a finalist for the academic Heisman, which means he's a very smart person. He does tend to bite on play action a little bit, but he does have good vision, and he's very quick, and he's got good feet.
He was a slot corner in college. We're projecting him as a safety. I mean, I'll level with you. I think his floor is Brian Poole, who was in Atlanta and has played the last 2 years with the New York Jets. I think he can be that level of slot corner in the NFL, which has a value. Nickel formations, he's good against the run.
Yeah.
He's a willing blocker. My fear is that you move him to safety. I don't know that he's going to be as good against the run as he was coming out of the slot. It's just something that happens. This has been a guy that's rated as a top 25 slot corner in the country virtually his entire career. If you take away the first half of his of 2018, he's been a top 10, top 15 slot corner in all of college football for the vast majority of his career. I would love this draft for the Atlanta Falcons. If it goes this way, they will definitely be getting an A from me. We're live from the Wicked Weed studio, wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can see all of our videos as they go live. We'll be doing 3-round mock drafts for every team. We will be on draft day doing a full mock the day of the draft, and we'll be live here from the Wicked Weed studios for every pick as they happen. For Brian Haynes, I'm Jeremy Greene. We'll see you next time.
Nice.